Nick has responded to the Arch and donation drama, so we're going to get into the video here to see his point of view of what happened.
So you guys might have seen the drama recently. There's a video made by this creator where he slanders my name and calls me a scammer and liar. There has been a lot of misinformation and overall just blatant lies. This one individual has made 2 videos already. Then there's a ton of other YouTubers. So I have to clear everything up. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. So first things first, when I reacted to his video originally, you might notice his title of the video was NickA30 scams his viewers. And if we look at what the video...
In my video, I said that might be a bit of strong wording. Secondary used a word for my video. I literally just said the NickA30 situation is interesting or something, didn't I? The NickA30 controversy is interesting, and I made a reference to the second response video, not even the first one.
Video is called now, it's NickA30 scammed me. He's clearly using my name to create a false narrative to gain views and propel his channel forward.
You're probably wondering what happened. Well, I found out he exploits his viewers for money.
This is a wild claim with absolutely zero proof.
It is in the video when he says that, I said, does he? And then later on I said the use of the word scam might be a little bit strong in this narrative.
On the 27th of December 2024, I donated $4. I donated asking for him to give me a Fortnite challenge for a video I'm making.
At no point whatsoever did Arch reach out via Twitter, email, any social media platform, or through another donation saying that he would like a refund, because everyone knows I would refund that donation within a heartbeat. I know it's...
That's exactly a fair point, I guess, from Nick's perspective. Because I guess if you're going to say that someone scammed you, at least probably ask for the money back first. And if they don't give it, then maybe have that perspective. But that's good on Nick if that's what he would do.
It's not about the money. Otherwise, you would have asked for a refund, you take down the videos, but I know you're not going to. And I'm not one to censor anything. Everyone is more than allowed to have their opinion, make videos on me, form opinions. I will never DMCA strike, copyright claim them, or anything like that. People want to get upset at me for censoring certain words in my YouTube comments and in my streams. And that's because, like, hey, I got to focus on the positive. I want to spread good vibes. I don't want to focus on the negative 24/7. Yeah, there are moments where I might not be 100% positive, but I try my absolute best. And I've learned throughout the years, the more you're positive, the more that flourishes your positive community. And the moment you start addressing hate and negativity, which I have to do now, which I absolutely despise, that's when there's even more negativity and more hate and more drama.
I donated asking for...
No, well said. Positivity and negativity is like a ball, like a snowball. If you roll a snowball in more snow, the snowball will get bigger.
For him to give me a Fortnite challenge for a video I'm making.
If you have an idea, I would more than likely be happy to say it. I don't have any ideas off the top of my head. If I had ideas, I'd be recording it.
This is just weird because, like, he could just say any challenge.
I've streamed Fortnite for 7 years, and people have asked me for challenges every single stream. I'm out of ideas, bro. And I could sound like a broken record and say one chest challenge, one chest challenge, one chest challenge. But, like, at the end of the day, how many videos are people going to watch where NickA30 gives me a challenge and it's the one chest challenge? Like, how boring would that be? So I try to be a little more reserved so people can't just use my name and say NickA30 gave me a challenge, and it's the same thing over and over again. When you see a NickA30 video, I want it to be special. I want it to be unique. And that's the same way I treat my content on my channel. So my overall mindset on this kind of stuff, it never changes. Like, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the time.
I also would like to spend...
I kind of get what he's saying here, but he's also taking the same stance that he did in the video, which again I would say is a little weird. Just say the challenge, or if he does believe that more people are saying it and he is getting a bit bored of it, just say no. I said that in the original. This would have all been avoided if you just said no, and maybe that should be a blanket sort of, you know what, thanks for your donation, but we don't do that here, thank you very much. Because he still seems to think the whole video would have been about him when it was, he would have asked other streamers, which he does get later on in the video, to be fair. He does say something along them lines, so I don't know why he's taking this stance, but it's fair from NickA30's point of view.
Specify, I did actually give him 2 challenges. I said, could you maybe give me the one chest only challenge or the shotgun only challenge? He then proceeded to just flat out ignore my donation.
I want to show you guys the stats of the stream real quick, because I think a lot of people often forget when I'm streaming, I have to be focusing on the game, the chat, the donations, the alerts, the subs, every single thing on all 4 platforms that I'm streaming on. So let me show you guys the stats. This is my main YouTube channel. I had 5,000 average viewers, 14,000 chat messages. On YouTube Shorts, there was an average of 1,700 people watching at one given time. And the same goes for Twitch, and on TikTok, let's say around 3,000 average concurrent viewers. My point being, whether it's a chat message or donation, I might miss it sometimes. People know this, and at the end of the stream, typically I go through my full list and get caught up on everything.
I donated another $2.
I honestly think I'm one of the only guys who mentioned in the video multi-stream. So as a counter argument to Nick's point, because I did say this in the video, the issue is Nick is responding live and Arch is responding not live. So Arch has more time to calculate his response, when Nick is responding live, which is always more difficult. I'm sure in a video at one point I said about the
there wasn't many people donating other than people becoming members, so I thought this was a good opportunity to donate, as he would be able...
Now, I did add this caveat when I was streaming and reacting to it the first time. Well, I want to make clear now, I'm pretty sure that Nick A30 does multi-stream, so he would have 4 live. And it's funny because some people in the comments said I was either glazing him or was preying on his downfall. The first video, I tried to argue from Nick's perspective because, again, as I said, a live perspective versus a perspective that is calculated because I've got time to think about it because it's not live. I'm going to try and defend Nick, which in the first part of the video I did, or at least sort of try to expand on what his point of view would be.
Saying simply, I think he might have missed my dono, and I specified which 2 challenges I would like him to give me.
One thing I actually noticed when watching this back is the donation messages he's making and typing out in the video itself. They're not what he actually said when he donated. I logged on to my Streamlabs and I'm able to see the exact donation messages. His second donation was, bro, it can be any challenge, just anything.
Ooh, watching this back, why did he not put the first donation? So what, the first donation was spot on. Is that what he's saying here from his own admission? So, hey, I think you may have missed my last dono. Wait, I'm confused. He seems to be... So is his first donation what he shows in the video, which isn't this one, it's the one before. So that's one's right, because then he says...
One thing I actually noticed when watching this back is the donation messages he's making and typing out in the video itself. They're not what he actually said when he donated. I logged on to my Streamlabs and I'm able to see the exact donation messages. His second donation was, bro, it can be any challenge, just anything off the top of your head, even if it's been done before. Thanks.
Okay, second donation.
Thanks. I mentioned some in the last dono, like one chest or shotgun only, lol. Appreciate your content, man. Not trying to spam, just sending you money, LeMayo. Brother, you asked me to tell you what I would like you to say, and then you don't read the message?
As soon as I...
So we have 4 donations here, because in Arch's video, he shows the donations, and there's 6 donations. In this, there's only 3, and they duplicate receipts, which could be a possibility.
Sent the next donation, I realised he had banned me from donating, which is really strange.
I said in my video I didn't find a problem with Nick doing this.
Man.
If I wanted more money from you, I would keep you unbanned.
And this guy does have a history of banning his fans who pay money to be in his customs.
This is not...
Again, he's probably going to say it like, even if you're a paid member in Nick A30's customs and you do wrong, you deserve to be banned, regardless if you're tier 1, tier 3 or tier 100, paying £100 a week. I don't care. If you do wrong, you deserve to be banned.
It's not true, because for 100-player customs, you can have the trusted role or you can be a sub to join. So one is paid, one is unpaid. At one point, I did make it so everyone could join the customs, whether you're a sub or not, whether you have the trusted role or not. But as you guys know, and you guys have seen clips, people grief my customs, and it's just impossible to get anything done.
100% fair.
So obviously, we have to limit it to a smaller group of people.
Felt like Nick was just trying to squeeze as many little $2 donations out of me.
If you felt that I was trying to get more and more donations, why did you keep on donating? Why not just stop it right there, move on to another streamer, ask for a refund, and then be done with it?
In a video, in a stream, he didn't say, just give me a challenge, I'll do it, and then proceeded. That still happened. Let's not forget that. That still happened, even by the correlation of messages being slightly different. That's still how Nick responded.
And as you see now, with 2 videos on your
But he is saying that he may have missed it, which is fair, which I did say in the overall of the video.
channel, you clearly were looking for drama and you were looking to profit off my name. And if you think I'd be willing to risk my career and risk my name and brand over I'm just going to be generous here and say a $15 donation in total. I mean, come on, bro. Like, you don't got to purposely mislead everybody just to get a video out there and build up your subscribers.
And they got banned from the chat for simply just asking a question.
I haven't banned a single person who mentioned the drama. I've timed out people. I've removed donations. Funny enough, in my Discord in the mod channel, I specifically said I do not want to ban anyone. If anyone brings...
Hey Mod Squad, if you guys are in chat today and see any drama, please give in those comments just a 1 day, 86,000 timeout. Really want to focus on positivity and don't want to be lured into negativity from now on. Would help me a ton out since I don't use trick extensions. So for shortest timeout I can do is 600 or ban. And I want to avoid... Well said, well said.
Brings up the drama, just time them out for 24 hours and then we move on.
I don't know why he was acting like a man-child about this. I mean, this man is 29 years old and is having some sort...
In my response, I said I thought Arch in this situation was projecting, trying to use Nick's age against his age because he's younger, to try and sort of facilitate that all his audience is long. I don't know how I felt about this at the time. Well, actually, I did. I said it was probably not the right thing to do.
sort of tantrum because I donated to him.
I genuinely just wish there was a lot more positivity out there, and the clips that would get views would be the ones where I'm actually responding positively and giving people challenges, being nice and shout outs and thank yous, but nobody cares about that. All I ask is that you just understand there's always two sides to every story. I'm not going to make any more videos covering this. I want to just focus on the positive because, again, you focus on the positive, it tends to create a more positive community. This kind of stuff does not make me feel good. It's just not very fun, and it just makes you not excited to stream. It doesn't make you excited to make videos, and everything's just negative, 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 and you don't see any positive. Not fun. So genuinely, I mean this. There's no ill will towards anybody. Arch, I wish you all the best. I appreciate all the support, guys. And so all I ask is we keep it positive, guys. We move on from this and keep on spreading good vibes, never back down, never give up, and have an amazing rest of your day, guys.
And that is the video response. 32,000 likes. I've just refunded all of Arch's donations. Also, there's no inspect element of 3131, 331. The name is typed in by the donator. It could be uppercase, lowercase, or even spelled differently for each donation, depending on what donation type. He still didn't address his crash out, which I can kind of understand. But as I said, what still happened in the stream still happened, and I actually watched the initial thing. So people were sort of getting up on him, playing Red Dead Redemption in chat, and for whatever reason, that made him then move on to I hate passive-aggressive people. And you know what about passive-aggressive people? And then he got onto the whole Arch thing and then started to call him a douchebag and scumbag and this, that, and saying he's making £10,000 and stuff like that. And I can understand his reaction. Even in my video, I said I can understand if he's annoyed by it, but I felt like he should have been more calculated with his response, like this. And obviously now he's getting like, I've heard people say bring receipts, acted like a pro or something, and something like this. And yeah, look, I can understand why he didn't address the crash out, but that was a pretty big deal as to why many people jumped on this. Even in my response, even in my first video, I said, oh, I watched and reacted on stream to the first video and didn't really felt like it was sort of 50-50 and stuff like this. And yes, it could have been swayed this way and that way, but his response is what made the drama kind of fascinating to people. As much as you say, oh, but drama channels this, but it fascinated people. That's why it get the views, because people were like, what the hell's going on here? Why did he crash out like that? Obviously, there's reasons, and this may have been reasons, and if Nick felt wrong, yeah, but still, as much as you do want to crash out like that sometimes you've got to be more restrained. I know it's hard, but you should have been more restrained. But yeah, that's... Again, looking at the donos, they're not completely changed from what he's saying. They are a little bit more, as I said, passive-aggressive, and I understand his point. Even in my video, I said when the donos might have been passive-aggressive, Arch in the video was a bit passive-aggressive. Bro, it can't be a challenge. It could be any challenge just off the top of your head, even if it's dono before thanks. But Nick did refer, there was a first donation, which I think is the one he did so because he didn't show the first donation by his own admission here.
LeMayo. Brother, you asked...
I mentioned in some of the last dono, One Chess channel, appreciate your content, not trying to spam, just sending your money, love my ass off. See, some people can take that the passive aggressive, or some people do throw out the love my ass off a bit too regularly, so I don't know. Brother, you asked me to tell you what I would like, and then you didn't read the message. Like, they're pretty much what he said. And again, there's a first donation that he hasn't put it, and there's possibly two others, unless there is only 3 and they're duplicate receipts. But there's still a massive question about the crash out. You're always going to make a calculate response look in your favour. You've done a very bad job of a calculate response when you've had time to think about it. It doesn't look like to be in your favour. That's why in the first video where I have people either saying I'm glazing Nick or I'm putting on his downfall, that's why I'm defending his prerogative and his points and his perspective in that video, because Nick is live in that respect. So that's why I said what I said in the video, and I have people saying I was glazing Nick. No, I was just saying there's two sides to every story, and I'm just trying to defend from his point of view of how he could have seen it. But the second half of the video where we reacted to his crash out, I just think he was very negative and it didn't really help anyone. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think about the situation. I will try and respond. The original video got so many comments, so I can't respond to everyone. But yeah, I'll try and respond. Arch has made a response to Nick Averti's video. Nick just spoke about positivity and whatever, but ignored the second video I made where he completely lost his mind. He's clearly trying to form a narrative that makes him look like a friendly, positive guy and keeps his narrative going. Now I'm some clout chaser who did this for money despite me making no money from both videos. Oh no, he's probably now monetized. I think that's what people are now getting at, but that's neither here or there in my opinion. Also, with the donations, I couldn't access my exact messages, so I was just rewriting them from memory. They are still close enough to what I originally said, and he still made it seem impossible to give me a challenge. Also, how was I supposed to know that if I messaged him I could get a refund? I've never seen him do that before unless someone accidentally donated the wrong amount. I'm not going to respond again, as I know how the internet works, and him simply responding will put me in the dirt. I still stand from what I said originally, although one thing I would have done differently is the video and thumbnail, which I think he admits in his second response video. He said he shouldn't use the word scammed, but I'm pretty sure he still used the word scammed and then liar. So, which I didn't like the use of the word in my initial video on it anyway. Look, there does get to a point where keep responding, it's just not going to go anywhere, so I kind of get that, but it is what it is. Yeah, this guy also mentions the same point I did. To be honest, I think you're both in the wrong. In Nick's video, he leaves out the whole part about him saying he told you the challenge already, which he didn't. Which I did say in my original video. He could have just forgotten. And when making his response, he could have forgotten again. If you did enjoy this video, go and watch my first video on the thing and try and get from my perspective of how we're trying to address the situation. And, or something else, there will be another video in there as well. And until the next time, it has been your boy, Mr. JY. Till next time, bye-bye.